Hello, Dark Mode tubers, and welcome back. Let's play Fire Emblem Thracia 776. Me, BlueAnkylo, of course. We're almost there. This is the second last chapter, technically an optional 24x, or 24 Gaiden, depending on how you want to call it. And we are at last going to try to recover our pal Ivel, who's been captured by effectively Raedric and Velt long ago and turned to stone. This is probably, if you're playing it blindly, the hardest map in the game, which we'll explain shortly, I think. There's been a lot of dumb Thracia tricks throughout the Let's Play, and this is one of the maps that I was most dreading after doing some quick review, and I'm glad I've changed my playstyle to be a bit more proactive in preparation and willing to do reloads, because this map would probably have sunk me as well. Now, I do understand that some people may have preferred a Let's Player to do a blind run at this, but trust me, I'm pretty sure it would just be an exercise in frustration, and I would just get very tilted and upset, and it would not make for an enjoyable Let's Play, unless you just enjoy watching someone struggle. So, with that said, we're going to get started here in just a second. I've done 90% of the preps. I just want to cover the last little bit with you guys so you can kind of see how my brain works. And we'll check if there's any story dialogue first, and then we'll load up the mostly finished preps. And we'll do a bit of a review for what we've got coming. It's a bit spoilery because, you know, in principle, this is another dark map. So if you're playing it blindly, you really wouldn't know what you're getting into. And you'd probably lose a lot of characters. Permanently, because there's no more recovery at all. So, 24x, Lobtrion, or there's nothing. There's no story at all. And well, you remember last episode, hopefully, that, what am I trying to say? That, we picked up a special staff. The story is Sarah is volunteered to use the Kaya staff, or Kia, I don't know, the IKEA staff, to, undo the stone curse on Ivel. And only she can use it because it needs some sort of dark bloodline that she's got. We don't actually have a bloodline screen in the menu anymore, but she's gonna do that. She has to do that. You need Sarah, and if she was fatigued and you had no stamina drinks, then you're coming here for nothing. So that would be silly. And we also we want to bring Marita because Marita's got some dialogue with her adoptive mother, and then Galzus also promised to help rescue her. So I felt it appropriate to bring at least those three, and then building the team from there. I just brought most people that I thought would be helpful. We'll go over some of the preps a little bit more in detail. I actually left Asvel out because he doesn't have a high rank of staff, and I've got a lot of spellcasters anyway. Although I might change my mind on him because he can use like meteor and stuff, which is potentially useful. But I think you'll see that this map, once I go through the setup, doesn't really need a lot of combat units, although I brought a fair number. This is another map that we're probably using staves to make it less terrible. And Safi, I just want to make sure 100% she is not fatigued, so that next map she's ready to go. I still didn't really find any good use for Hammerns, but we're just going to let her chill for this one. I definitely don't want her fatigued for the final chapter. And I only have 3 stamina drinks, so we want to be careful. Like, my fatigue caps are much higher after last map with the HP ups, but it would still kind of suck to find out that who's kind of on the fridge. Like, Sarah's at 21, Tina's at 23. I think maybe Nana's, yeah. Nana is very likely to get fatigued if I use her much. But I do have some stamina drinks, so like I can handle that. And she does give like charm and A rank staff, so it's nice to have her. But yeah, not too many of my other characters are in danger of being fatigued, and I think if I'm careful, I can keep it under control. And I do have a couple spares, so even if, for instance, Nana did get fatigued, Salem has A rank staff. I'm not bringing him, so he'd be able to be a staff bot replacement. Same with Safi, and then Asvel can cover someone else. I'm not bringing any of my specifically support characters with the authority stars. And I am bringing, oh yeah, Sed as well, so he's in there. He's got A rank staffs, and I mean, he's just here to make sure things die if we need to. Okay. So with that said, let's. Oh, I should get some music going. It's very quiet. We'll just go for some nice Secret of Mana overclock remixes. Very chill. I was thinking I could play some spooky music, but this map's already spooky enough. Alright, here we go. So chapter 24x. This is a completely black map, so if you're playing it blind, you have no idea what you're getting into. It's Fog of War. Great. So your party starts split in half with no control over who starts at what side. There is a door locked for this group that just can't go anywhere unless they bring a key. So that's great. In fact, I have to remember to put a door key down. In fact, I might just start the map. Well, no, I could look at the numbers. I could try to put Lithis on this side or something if I really wanted. But anyway, you start split up. The axe guys are like... There's a lot of axe guys around. They're like level 20 with hammers and deviled axes, which means... I don't know, maybe bringing Dhalsim is not a great idea now that I think about it. They've got some torches you could probably steal. And it is all, you know, Fog of War. So torches, both the physical torches and the magical torches, probably a good idea. Let's see, we've got a little treasure room. It's not super important. Power shield, or power ring and shield ring, I mean, it's fine, but it's nothing to really worry about if you don't get it at this point. Pretty much don't need them. There's a bunch of red circles, that's fun. There's a boss here in the middle, and we do need to kill him because the exit is under the boss. So we can't just hide out. We have to get everyone. It's technically an escape map, by the way. So the goal is to rescue Ivel, kill the boss, and get out. You have to escape and leave. Leaf can't go first because everyone else just self-destructs, I guess. So that's great. The red circles teleport you to this room, to this blue X, which you can't get out of. So if you end your turn on a red circle that is invisible, just like in the forest map, we had a bit of experience with that. Rather than just being moved back to your starting area or somewhere kind of annoying, you get sent into a death pit that you can never escape from. I mean, you can be rescued out, or you die. So that's real fair, and they're spread around, and I'll probably get caught by a couple. Even though I've looked at the map, I'm just going to be using save states to avoid them, unless I want to send someone here. This is a very, very cheap mechanic. It basically guarantees your unit is dead. I mean, you could bring a rescue staff, but also this room is pretty dangerous, so you're going to end your turn, and then you've got these dark mages set up to kill them, and there'll be reinforcements with sleep edges and venom bows, which means it's very likely that a reinforcement shows up, puts you to sleep, and then you are killed or captured, and that's the end of that. So that's a real cheap trick. That's a stupid Thracia trick times 10. That's a Kaioken times 10, but Thracia trick. So I'm not a big fan of that. It is darkness, of course, and there is long range mages. So, well, I guess the warp is the thing here. Is these guys are going to spawn and then get warped on top of us and attack us probably. So I might want to neutralize the warp staffs. At the very least, they've got 2 warp staffs each, but I think I just put them both to sleep or silence them both, assuming their stats aren't too high. We'll need to like torch them and then silence them, and then anything that spawns down here is stuck. So I mean, I could try to steal the warp staves, but I don't really want to go in here. So I think the simplest plan is to just, forget about these jerks, silence them and move on. There's some more ambushes. These guys aren't going to be as annoying. They do have rewarp, but they can't rewarp and attack unless they have a movement star, which, well, I hope not. But they can rewarp. So we just have to keep our armies kind of together. We don't want to split up too much so that they don't rewarp and then I can't kill them. But at this point, 4 sorcerers rewarping is spooky, but I don't think that is too unfair. Let's just say that's almost okay. This teleporter tile right by the door to open the room seems like a real troll. Same thing up here on the way to Ivel. I don't know about that. I am going to bring a couple rescue staves, so it's fine, but yeah. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh, the purple floor is special. So this is a new mechanic, and I guess it's time to talk about that. Purple floor gives 10 magic, I think. Just passive magic bonus for all enemies and also any allies. So if we can warp or move in one of our units that can cast magic in here, spoiler alert, maybe that's what I'm already planning on doing. They might just be able to kill all these guys. Most of them are just dark mages with dark magic. The boss, let me double check. Berserk Staff. We do need to kill him fairly quickly. I don't think he's actually counted on a throne. I don't believe this tile counts as a throne, although I'll have to double check. So it is possible we could just, you know, silence him or something. Well, no, to be fair, he has 20 magic, so generally speaking, we can't just silence him unless we do some ensorcels or something. But I think I can probably just teleport someone here and kill him. And then there's 2 more mages with silence that we might want to deal with. So I've got 2 warpers, 2 silencers, and a boss that I probably want to deal with on turn 1. And then, like, we're sort of skipping the map, I get it, but also in the darkness with Berserk, I wonder if they could Berserk your unit and have them walk onto a tile and, like, you know, just imagine the nonsense they could do with that. I'm kind of not really sure I'm going to go for the treasure chest. I don't think it really matters. The goal is basically to just take all my units and walk to the exit. And rescue Ivel along the way. And I might warp over to Ivel. We'll see how I feel. I don't think it's a rush, really. It's too bad that these are going to be like ambush respawns. I wouldn't mind fighting these guys if they teleported in. The problem is I think it's very likely that they're going to get, well, effectively 12 of them are going to get warped in, get a turn to move and attack. And just handling the ability for them to just snipe someone any turn, it just seems like I can't predict. There's no way to predict where they will warp, so it's very difficult to protect your units. They can warp anywhere, infinite range, and then in theory attack, and you know, they can pick the weakest unit in your group and, well, put them to sleep and then poison them. I mean, they could go for a capture and mess up all my staves. You know, it's not, I don't think it's impossible to manage. I just think in the darkness with the stupid trap tiles, it just seems really, like, if you're playing it blind, I don't know, man. Like, I guess turn 1 you can use some torches and stuff and kind of figure it out, but I'm not a huge fan of this. So anyway, I'm gonna bring Lithis to open a couple doors. I actually was thinking just Tina's gonna bring an unlock staff, because she could open the door out or open Ivel's. It's probably safer to use a couple unlocks anyway. So I might not need Lithis at all, but that's fine. And then yeah, I need to make sure I can silence. Well, these 2 might be difficult. I don't know their stats. We'll find out once we get into the map. But my 20 magic units maybe can just silence them. So I need like maybe 4 silencer and a warper, maybe another warp, maybe a couple rescues, and I've pretty much got all this prepped. So let's get to it. Like I said, there's a fair bit of prepping to do, but I've done most of it already. It's just the final round. I want to bring some torches, so I didn't do that. So basic plan: we've got Thief for emergencies, we've got Unlock for emergencies, we've got some warping. Linoan is not a rank, so her job is actually more torching for vision and maybe rescuing, and she can still fight. I might even consider what's the word, hammering the Nosferatu on the last map if I think I'll need it. I think if you gave Linoan Vantage, going first, maybe Vantage or Wrath would work pretty well with Nosferatu. I mean, obviously Olwen, the plan revolves around Olwen. I'm just gonna teleport her to the boss and let her, with effectively 30 magic, I think, she's just gonna stand there with Dire Thunder and destroy everything. It should be fine. I've got lots of charges, and she can have a scroll. I mean, maybe she'll take some damage, but I doubt the enemies, they might not even attack her, honestly. So she could just stand there and kill whatever she wants. I'm pretty sure. Other plans, I mean, I've got lots of units that can help out. I even brought the sleep edges, right? Like, just in case we need it. But yeah, the main trick is turn 1. Did I not bring my silences yet? Yeah, let's make sure. I want to bring a couple torches, and it sounds like I have like at least 2 silences for turn 1 that I want to do. Now, I've got lots of silent staves, so it's not a huge problem. Silence is one of those ones we've got a pretty good stockpile on. Sed has a warp. Let's give him a silence. You could probably just teleport warp to the boss, or you could warp Sed to the boss room. I think he would do just fine up there as well. I'm actually going to give him a Blizzard Tome. You can put people to sleep with that, but I'd rather... You know, we can break the last silence there. Inventory becomes an issue. Sarah is sort of... Because she's the only one that can wake up Ivil, she has to have the Kia staff. And I'm kind of thinking of just rewarping her up there, honestly. So that seems fine. Lenoan's got a rescue. Tina... Oh, I was going to bring... I got a torch. I wanted to bring, like, 2 torches. I just didn't figure out who I was going to give them to. Let's give, because I don't actually know which sides of the map my dudes will show up on. I could bring some ensorcels or more rewarping. I must have 2 torches already. Who's got it? I'm pretty sure I have 2 torch staffs. So Lenoan and... Oh, Homer, right. Homer's got a D rank in staves, but that's good enough. So Homer or Asbel would actually be pretty good torchers, because they don't need a very high staff rank to do that. Yeah, that's good. You got Unlock, Warp, Rescue, Rewarp, Torch. You could bring some Restores. I don't have a lot of silences here, but between Laura dancing and a couple different silence casters... I mostly want to silence the ground, the lower 2 immediately. Let's make sure someone's got a restore staff, although, to be honest, I don't think any of my... The only person they can probably target is Nana, because she's got 10 magic, and it's not the end of the world if she gets silenced. I mean, this is an argument maybe not to bring Nana, and let's bring someone who can... Well, yeah, someone with higher magic. That's actually a pretty good argument. I can mostly ignore the silence if there's nobody they can silence. That, yeah, you know, I changed my mind. This is why I like talking out the preps. Nana, you stay behind. I was actually, you know what, we're gonna bring Asvel. I wasn't sure about Asvel, but now that I'm thinking about the torch, that gives me another torch wielder. You know, Sed looks a lot like Asvel, forgive me. That doesn't need any other items. Alright, and, can't use physics staves. I'll throw a meteor on him now that I'm bringing him in case I just want to blast something. And I've got a fair number of meteors, so... That's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that change. I need to bring normal torches and a door key. I think I can just bring a door key on Leaf, because he'll always be on the left route. Or Lara can also open doors as well, so if I give her a lockpick. On the other hand, I might want to save some of these for the final map, so just to... I mean, we could try to... we'll see. Lifis is here. I'm going to let him bring a torch, because he's probably not doing a lot of fighting, and I do have a few torches. This is the last dark map, so I might as well use them if we can find a good time. So I'm going to try to give my non-mages some backup torching. I wish you could use torches more than a single time. Maybe like fast units, like Marita's going to go fast. Oh, right. I gave Marita some bonus weapons to give her mother, basically. Anyway, we're probably over-prepared overall, I hope. Actually, I really hope we are over-prepared, because then it'll be easy, and we can just finish this map up and move along to the final map. I am not really planning on doing pure water and sorcel stuff. I think this is enough preps for now. You know, that said, there's a reasonable chance I've missed something and we'll have to start over again, but let's give it a shot. Chapter 24, the Lobtrion Altar. Is this the place? Indeed, we're already inside. I thought Leaf was on the left. I was wrong. So I've got Nook Door keys on the left side already. Nice. Indeed, we're already inside the Lobtrion secret temple. Stay alert, Leaf. It looks like you'd expect a Lobtrion enclave. Everything is so dark, I can barely see my own nose. Where is Ivil? Well, that I don't know. We've no choice but to search for her till we find her. Be wary, I have intelligence stating the Lobtrions have worked foul magic to place invisible traps that kill you. They can be walked across safely, but once one stands on them, they are teleported to an execution chamber. I know not exactly where these traps are, but we should not linger for too long near doors or staircases or narrow corridors, which is the entire map. If one of our own should happen to be teleported, there's no exit. We'll have to use our own teleportation magic to retrieve them. In fact, we'll have to use the Lobtrion's own magic against them to find Veld. An enchanted circle in the center chamber teleports one directly to the altar for Veld. After we've rescued Ivel, we should make our way there and try to confront Veld. After all, above all, my prince, stay calm and advance slowly and carefully. You've come too far to get careless now. So I will give the game some credit that they warned you about the execution chamber, and they do show you the exit, the red arrow, and in fact, they even show you where Ivel is. So there are some parts of this map that are not trash, but there's some parts that are trash. So I realized that, as always, there's basically nobody with a door key over here. Not being able to control where your unit starts on a split deployment is, of course, one of my favorites. So, I would have definitely split up people who can use the torch staff. That was, and who could be warped and everything. My right side is basically garbage, is what I'm seeing here. And there are ways to manipulate it, but I figured I wasn't going to start with that. That is just trash. There's no one with... Like, I deployed 3 torches, 2 torch staves, and none of them are on the right side just due to happenstance. So that's great. Alright, we're going to move Asvel up and torch and see if this can give us a bit of an idea what to do. Amazing. Okay. This does not give us vision on the boss. It does give us vision on the 2 guys I want to silence. So let's start with that. So yeah, this is the execution chamber, as we pointed out. They got a lot of stuff. And if it was just an execution chamber, maybe I wouldn't mind, but they also warp and attack, so... I'm not sure my preps are gonna work. You can see the +10 magic here if you're curious. So... I don't think there's a lot of value warping up here and rescuing Ivel on turn 1. That's not super important. I would say far more important would be silencing this guy. That should nullify that ambush spot. And I was planning on... Like, the boss has got, you know, Berserk, and I didn't bring... restores, now that I think about it. No, I did bring 1, but of course they're all split up. Yeah, Tina has a restore. So if someone gets berserked over here, maybe it's okay. Who's... I'm sure I brought 2 silences. That, or was it on Nana? Oh, Nana had the second silence, didn't she? I maybe already have made a mistake. Surprise! This map, man. Okay, that's why I made all those saves. Yeah. I did, and then I undid it. My mistake. Let's give that to Lenoan. 'Cause, 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 ' No one has a B rank in staves, so that should be fine. Okay, try that again. I'm not gonna change my deployment order. I'm just gonna try this again. Okay, same basic idea. Get some vision. What vision you can. Then I guess technically said could have Blizzard too, but whatever. Alright, we get that done. Then we get the Noan. I'm going to definitely put people in front of them to block. Okay, at least that part worked. Next part is getting out of here and... Yeah, I mean, I didn't move any door keys around, so... Okay, I mean, this is backup strat number 1 is having a door key. Oh yeah, you could just... I forgot about that. You could just take the treasure with the thief staff. That would be probably the way to do it. Yeah. Now here's a question. If you warp someone who used the torch staff, the giant AoE should follow them, right? So if we warp someone here, we should be able to see... Of course, I mean, the plan was... This really sucks not being able to deploy. The Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems, when they invented prep deployment, yeah, it's really hard to go back and not have those. Yeah, Ulwin can't rewarp, and so getting to the boss right away, which was, I think, a good idea, is not really possible with our deployment setup. And I could send Asvel in there, probably. The trick is, like, can we get vision in the room? From here, if we use another torch, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How are you supposed to, like, even say that? Plus 10 vision, right. So you have 3 normally, and then it's 13. Okay, it does tell you. I just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That might be the corner of the room, but that's not much. I guess we could move him up, dance him, and try to use it, but we'd have to definitely deal with some of these guys. So let's see if we can do that. Galzus, I mean, he's overpowered as heck, so... It's actually not a guarantee, but it's also kind of a guarantee. Because, you know, he's going to kill with one of his skills. What did I say about Galzus? He missed a 97%. How dare he? So, I mean, I know I've talked about this before, but Thracia, seriously, the combat is actually not really that difficult. This is base Galzus. We just recruited him. I didn't give him. He starts with the Master Axe. Like, I didn't make this guy. My guys are also very strong, but, like, he starts like that. Okay, let's wait on the torch. I'm pretty sure it moves with you anyway, but, I was just seeing if we get any lucky movement stars like Galzus. Also, somewhere in here are a bunch of warp tiles. I don't remember where they are, but just predict random garbage teleports. Okay, well that definitely got us in vision, and the whole goal was to kill this guy. And it turns out he only has 19 magic anyway. I didn't even check his stats. So we could just silence him right away. So the trick is finding this guy more than anything. And I guess these guys also have Fenrir. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful Fenrir. That's a bit spooky. Well, I didn't bring... Well, I mean, we just don't have enough staff bots to kill them all. I can't warp Olwyn in. There's simply nothing we can do. Unless we could control the deployment better. I could rewarp Sarah in. That was not my original intention. They might just fight with her because she's in range. But you can't rewarp. Well, okay. She's got a 25% chance to get another movement star and kill the boss. I suppose that's decent enough. I could have given... She did... You know, actually, she had a warp staff. We could have... Who did I still have an action with? So, I could have not used a torch with Asvel, right? We could have used Homer to move up and torch. And then Sarah could have warped Asvel in at this point. So that would have been fine. I really wanted to do Olwyn. And then I got a little bit... what do you call that? Focus? Like tunnel vision? I just got looking at one thing. We'll see what happens here. I'm not really afraid of restarting or changing. She is also in keep. In fact, don't forget, she has 53 hit points, so I don't think she's in much danger. But yeah, we'll find out. All right, Marita, charge. I don't want to burn accidentally the last of Marita's sword. It's got lots left, but I don't want to accidentally break it right before when we definitely will need it. And a little bit of magic, that's not bad. Okay, and I think that's probably all we get for this turn, unfortunately. I'm not sure if Dawson was a great deployment slot. He's kind of slow. We know there's a lot of units up here. Lithus is pretty safe. 50 HP, he's boosted. 20 speed. We'll send it. And we'll get a big torch so we can actually see this side of the map now. Of course. But like these guys, 86 hit percent. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that was a mistake. It was very gutsy. It's a gutsy maneuver, let's say. We'll give him a little bit more avoid with Kingmaker. Okay, that's turn one. Let's see where it goes. Okay, they went for Leaf, which sort of makes sense. I guess. Enemies like to focus your lord. Okay, so they are starting with some combat with... They actually hit her. That's so annoying. I should have turned her animations on, but... I wonder what the percentage was that she got hit by the first poison. Okay, so she is successfully wiping out all the normal mages. I wasn't sure if they would even attack her. And then we have long-range mages going for silence. Oh. That's pretty annoying. Okay, rewarping begins. That's 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And, so these guys are silenced, but they use their water. So they chose not to attack. They used Berserk, but who did they use that on? They didn't, like, try to Berserk Eivel, did they? I didn't even see. Ha ha ha. So turns out, I didn't check the stats. I meant to, I forgot. 13 plus 10, yeah. Hilarious. Oh, Maka. There you go. I can see it. So we can't control her. Literally everyone over here that... So we're screwed, right? They silence... This is what will always happen. They silence your restore... The people who could restore, and then they berserk your most killy unit, and then you're just screwed. We can't, like, rescue her. You could try to capture her. Okay, well, first up, this guy absolutely needs to die. I did have a plan. I'm really glad we got the Adept there. We could have missed it. Because That's really nice. I mean, this would have been great if she got a movement star on the first turn. So you could just do the first turn until you rewarp and get a 25% lucky movement. Also, the seal tile gives you some avoid, so why not? 13, 16, 16. Sure, we'll go with light magic. Just one shots him. So the real just catch here is how do I handle the stuff on there? It is like warping to the boss, certainly a good idea. I think the boss we could have tried to silence too. That would have been smart, but so I've never had to do combat like this. This is so stupid. Berserk Staff is just the dumbest crap. It's back up. We can hit her, okay. I don't think this will kill her. It will just put her to sleep. It's only 55% to hit. Leaf. But we got. I have to deal with. Leaf is. I could rescue her over. Rescue somebody back. Yeah, the plan was definitely to get Olwyn on turn 1, warped, and kill the boss. And that was foiled by all of my warp casters being separated, which is... I mean, I guess I get to live with it. I have avoided a lot of the deployment penalties so far. So this time you get to see what it's usually like. Doesn't... Asvel's got... No. Who's... Hold on a second. I thought I did bring just the one restore staff, I guess, and they targeted immediately. Like, I can trade someone and use those 3 charges to fix my 3 units that are silenced and slept. So if I warp someone over here, trade, restore, dance, restore. This one's gonna put someone else to sleep. Okay, that's better than trying to find some way to capture. This is why I brought all this stuff, I guess. If someone had the sleep edge near her, that would have been a possibility, but I didn't have anyone in range, and she's the one that has the sleep edge. So if she starts attacking, either killing or, you know, whatever. Alright, let's just, get this show on the road. Yeah, this is, I mean, you can see how frustrating this is, and I knew what I was getting into, right? Imagine playing this actually blind. I feel like you'd be spending a lot of time, I want to do this. Dance, move? What about... I guess Asvel could just walk himself. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Asvel, unsilenced as well. Okay. Okay, just take your time. No, no, no. Okay, we're not killing our own party anymore. Maybe if I have to steal the sleep, I maybe should steal the sleep. But let's see what other options we have before we get to there. This group is still pretty spooky. I don't think the Wind Sword is a great counter. We've got Charm plus... What is that giving us? Second hit's basically a crit. That's 22 plus 7. I guess we'll go for it. It's not going to be a kill, but... Well, 2 crits would be required. And you get to see hell. I don't think we've actually cast this. Ooh, nudity one. There you go. You see all the spicy details now. I was hoping someone would get a movement star. Yeah, good job, Olwen. Let's have Lithis. Oh man, he actually does pretty good damage. I gotta give him credit. No, let's get the Devil Axe out of the way with a huge crit chance. Then... Leaf gets in here. They're gonna just do ranged attacks on us. The trick, of course, with Hell is just to not get hit twice. But we got our supports up first. That's all we've got. I'll just let Marita finish off this one. Alright. Let's keep moving. So, yeah, I was considering, like... If I had another action on the right side, I might have tried to, well, we couldn't silence or sleep this guy. Okay, let's, if I steal the sleep staff, he'll probably just use Fenrir. How much damage is that gonna be? 23... 41... 41 ranged magic. That's a lot of magic damage. I don't actually think that one-shots anybody anymore. Not anymore. Not with, even my dancer, well, no, that is still one-shot her, but she's out of range. Most units are going to be hopefully surviving that. I don't think it's worth it. This is my last restore staff, though. Remember when I said you had to watch out for those? Oh, I'm so focused on... I love trap tiles. It's hilarious. What if we just put, like, what if we warped Ocean in there? He's... Or Maka? Only got 5 magic. They both have 5 magic. She's got Vantage, but no 1-2 range weapon other than the Flame Sword, which is not going to do much damage. Here, let's try a different strategy. The last one was not very effective anyways. Let's send our boy in. I don't know if he's... So if we'd rewarp Sarah in, would have worked just fine. She got a movement star this time around. Way better. They can do 20 damage, but they've only got 15 to hit. You could do some calculations here to see if he's in any danger, but now there's no Berserk to worry about, which is turn 1. This map. I guess I shouldn't have reloaded. I have a rescue staff for those kinds of emergencies, but it was the end of the turn, and the enemies that were already spawned were just going to attack, and I didn't want to go through all the calculations there. There's a reasonable chance that anyone sent to the execution chamber is just dead at this point. I think I'd rather use the Kingmaker if I get attacked. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, so 21% to hit, 1 miss. 22%, 2 misses. And he needs to get hit by like 3 of them. It's 3 misses, 4 misses, 5 hit. That's 1 in 5. That's pretty accurate. All right. Ooh, they're going for him. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, Hell's... Well, the thing is, now I can put them here. And they only have 1%. Until the Vouge breaks. I mean... I wanted to send someone who was like a mage up here, but... well, I guess we could... I would like to stop this. Wait. Because I silenced with him. Who's on the left side that could use a door key? This map, man. Please let me out. The plan will be to move Homer up. I guess Ocean starts in front of the door. So now that we know that, yeah, not being able to see your deployment is, it just, well, it really throws off any kind of strategy that you've prepared. At least that's what I'm saying. My feeling of this map is that this is probably the worst map in the game, honestly. It's all just trial and error. I imagine if I was playing it, you know, without a guide, without walkthrough, without save states, this would just be a matter of reloading over and over again until eventually I figured out the optimal turn 1 strategy. Which is effectively where we're getting here, just by brute forcing it. Obviously, there's some RNG for whether or not you, you know, what am I trying to say? Whether you get movement stars, your accuracy and stuff. It's not like, you know, a plan can change a lot. But my original plan, I think, was pretty good. I just didn't have a way of getting someone into that middle, and I messed up Zed by using silence, which seemed like a good idea, but getting into here to stop the berserk was even more important. That was the wrong person. Is this the issue? Like, I can't You can't match up the people. Oh, this is so stupid. Like, there are no preps for this map. Like, it's fine. No, it's not fine because she's blocking the door. I can't. No, Tina can open the door. It's killing me. So Tina unlocks the door. Homer moves up, gets dance, torches. Sarah can warp Olwen into the middle like I wanted originally. Lenoan can silence once. I don't have a dancer over there anymore. So that won't work. Yeah, I hate this. This is hell. I basically need to get the deployment set up such that I can do my first turn. Otherwise, it's just going to spiral out of control. So, Ced can warp. Oh, it's doing that dumb thing again. Why does it always do this? I'm sorry, guys.
For over 14 years,
Stop it!
OCR has provided a home to fan-made...
It legitimately plays like the channel intro at super high volume. It's like there's a certain point in the playlist, it plays the music in the playlist, and then it starts in the background process of the player, because I can't control it, it starts playing a different video at much higher volume that I can't turn off. It's so weird. Okay, BlueAnkylo's tilt meter is raising higher and higher. Is this the one we already... I don't remember how far we were in the playlist, honestly. Let's go a bit further down, just in case. I don't know if it's like a glitch on YouTube's end or something. Okay. We can warp the wrong person. The thing is, you have no control over where everybody goes. Like, this... Just doing this cycles who you actually get in the map or where they all go. And I mean, maybe this is by design. I mean, this is the intended idea, is you're supposed to just have no control of where your units start and just deal with a dark map with Berserk, Silent, Sleep, Warp on top of you, killing all your units. But I mean, come on, right? Like... Okay, Sarah can warp Olwen. Laura can probably dance Homer. Lenoan can silence, trade... No, this is a one-use silence. Where's my other silence? You'd think I'd memorized where all my stuff was by now. You know what I think I did is it's still on Nana because I didn't save. Yeah. Who doesn't need it? Who can silence on turn 1 in my current deployment? Lenoan is one of them. I don't think Ced has the rank for it. Sarah's warping. Tina is unlocking. Am I out of staff bots? Oh, well, such is life. So I was trying to get away without using everybody here. Whatever. There's a reason why Nana was deployed originally, clearly. My preps for this have just completely fallen apart. I thought I had a plan. I did have a plan, it just didn't work. And to say it didn't work, I just refused to fight with the game over nonsense statuses from the darkness. Like, this is... Okay, unlock door. And then everyone else is over here. Move, dance, silence, mid, can't tell my, yeah, silent, No one has it. That's what I kept thinking. Ced was supposed to have it. I actually didn't need Safi. That's why I was so sorry guys. That's why I was so confused, because Ced was supposed to have it, and I kept, every time I looked at him, I'm like, where is his thing?